Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Rachel Reads, and this is going to be the second half of a two-part haul. In the video that is linked up above and below, I went through the first 18 books in this particular haul, but the video is getting super long, so I decided to split it into two. I don't know how many books are left in this haul, but we will go through it and we will figure it out together. So without further ado, let's get started. The first lot of books that I'm going to go through in part 2 is the QBD. It's from QBD, and this bag is really heavy. Okay, so the first one that I picked up was Good Girl, Bad Girl by Michael Robotham, and I'm glad that I saw this book at the bookstore today and I'd forgotten that I'd purchased it already, and I almost purchased it again. Lucky I didn't. This is a story about a girl named Evie Cormack who is discovered filthy and starved, hiding in a secret room in the aftermath of a shocking crime. And she is now approaching adulthood, and she's damaged by those events, and she's never revealed her true identity. Meanwhile, a forensic psychologist, Cyrus Haven, is a man who is haunted by his own past, and he is investigating the death of a champion figure skater, Jodie Sheehan. When Cyrus is called upon to assess Evie, she threatens to disrupt the case and destroy his ordinary life, because Evie is a unique and dangerous gift and knows when someone is lying and nobody is telling the truth. Sounds really interesting. And that was Good Girl, Bad Girl. Sounds really interesting. Next one that I picked up, I believe this is part of a series, but I don't think you need to read the rest of the series to understand the book. I could be completely wrong, but it's One Good Deed by David Baldacci. I think that's how you say his name. And this one was on sale, which is always nice. So it's the last book actually. And this is set in 1949, and Alois Archer arrives in a dusty southern town of Poker City, and he has nothing but a handful of clothes that he is wearing and an appointment with his new parole officer. So he was in the war, and his experiences in Italy and his prison sentence, and he was sentenced to a prison for a crime he didn't commit, and he's now looking for a fresh start and a peaceful life. But on his first night of freedom, he meets a business tycoon, Hank Pittleman, who promises Archer a handsome compensation to go and work as a debt collector. But Archer takes on more than he can bargain for, and he gets involved in some dangerous situations. Yeah, sounds interesting. I picked it up because it's on sale. Not usually the kind of book that I go for, but I do really like that late 1940s period. I think it's very interesting, so that's why I picked it up. Next one that I picked up is another Danielle Steel book, and I picked this one up because it's on sale. It is called Accidental Heroes. It was on sale for $10. Can't go past a $10 book. That's new. Classic Danielle Steel. It's about a girl who finds a postcard of the Golden Gate Bridge that has an ambiguous message. She doesn't know who left the postcard behind or what flight they are on, and she contacts Homeland Security, and I think it looks at the different passengers on the flight. I haven't read any of Danielle Steel in a while. This is quite a short one, which is why I picked it up. It's just over 200 pages. Next time I'm in the mood for Danielle Steel, I might pick that one up. Ooh, didn't realize I'd actually picked up another David Baldacci book. It was $12.99, and it is called The Fallen. And this one is an FBI thriller about a murder investigation of 2 bodies are found in a deserted house, and the body count starts to rise, and it's a serial killer investigation, I think. Yep. The next one that I picked up on this particular shopping trip was The Greater Flood by Tim Ayliffe. And if you watched my first one, there was my first part of this book. There was another Tim Ayliffe book that I picked up, and I think it's the same book. No, not the same book, it is the same character, but the synopsis starts the same way. Battered war correspondent John Bailey, the last one started the exact same way. This one talks about how he is scarred by his memories, and a beautiful prostitute is found dead in a luxury apartment, and he's ordered to cover the story. Yeah, I hope I like this John Bailey, otherwise I've got 2 of the books. Okay, so that was the first 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the first 5 books in this haul. I have another bag here from QBD. The first one that I picked up was The Girl Who Was Taken by Charlie Donlea. I have read one other Charlie Donlea book, which was The Woman in Darkness, which I really enjoyed. I think that's, yeah, The Woman in Darkness. And this one is about a high school senior who disappears from a small town, and she's held captive for 2 weeks in a bunker hidden deep in the woods. A year later, she is a national celebrity, and she has written a best-selling book, except she left out one story, that there was another girl that was taken, her classmate Nicole Cuddy. And this book sounds really interesting. It was recommended to me by one of my lovely commenters, one of my lovely subscribers, so thank you so much. I'm looking forward to reading this one. The next one I picked up is Crimson Lake by Candice Fox. And this one is about a 13-year-old girl called Claire Bingley who stands alone at a bus stop, and she is taken. So she disappears in approximately 6 minutes, and there is no trace of her. And this is the story about trying to find her, I believe. You'll notice that my synopsises are getting shorter. It is because my throat is going. I've been talking for over an hour, which as a teacher you would think I would be used to, but I am not. Talking in a monologue is really quite exhausting, and I have a lot of videos that I wanted to film today. The last book that I picked up in this particular shopping spree was Cast Iron by Peter May, and this is the story about, it's set in 1989 when a killer dumped the body of a 20-year-old Lucy Martin in a lake in West France. So 14 years later, during a heat wave, a drought exposes her remains. No one was ever convicted of her murder, but now a forensic expert is brought in to try and figure out what happened to her. I have one more bag from Robinsons. I believe this is the last bag I have from them. The first one that I got was on sale for $8, and this is called Deserving Death by Katherine Howell. And this is a story about 2 paramedics that are murdered within a month, and they're wondering, is this a coincidence or is there a serial killer? And they're wondering if it's some sort of cover-up. So sounds interesting. The next one is The Accusation, and I've started seeing this one around a little bit more as well. This was on sale for $20, and it's a story about, there was a really bizarre abduction. So an 18-year-old girl, Ali Canning, is found shivering and barely conscious on a country road, and she blames her kidnapping on a local drama teacher called Susan Wells. And people are questioning, is she innocent or is she not? I really am looking forward to reading this book. I think it sounds really gripping, and I'm hoping that it's good. Ooh. I have 2 more books here from Robinsons. This time actually gave me a nice paper bag. Oh, I remember these ones. Okay, the first one I got is The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapena. I heard really good things about this, and it was on the recommendation shelf. So this is about a family. They're told not to bring their baby to a dinner party because they just didn't want to deal with the crying. And your husband said it was fine, and they leave the baby next door. And they keep checking on her. It sounds kind of like the Madeleine McCann story almost, but she goes missing from her bedroom, and they're wondering who took the baby. The last one I got from Robinsons is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste. No, I never know how to pronounce that. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I think this is about like it's like about like this perfect neighborhood, and a new family moves in and they try to become perfect to fit into this neighborhood. I'm really not sure, but I've heard good things, so I will read it. Okay. Of course, this haul wouldn't be like this wouldn't be a Rachel Reads haul without a Kmart trip. The first one that I got is Two Can Keep a Secret. This is the second book to One of Us is Lying. I'm not going to read this until I've read One of Us is Lying, so I'm not even going to read what this is about in case it gives me spoilers. I have not been able to find One of Us is Lying yet. Next one I got is Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I wanted to read this after I read The Taking of Annie Thorne, because I've heard comparisons. I do really enjoy Stephen King, but I have shied away from his more paranormal style books because I enjoy his more thrillery styled books, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about what Pet Sematary is about because I'm sure you are all aware. The last one that I picked up is Those People by Louise Candlish, and this is the story about can you hate your neighbors enough to kill them. So this couple lives in a house and they thought their area was paradise until a new couple moves in, and they're just so annoying. They don't follow the rules, there's disputes, and there is then a horrific crime that shocks the street, and the police go house to house trying to figure out who killed this family. There's not a lot of books left. I've already gone through 15, so 15 plus 18, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 33 books in this haul already. Okay, the next book that I got from online, and I bought this from a recommendation. I really wanted to read this book, not only because my name is, like, the author has the same name as me, but I thought the premise sounds really good. This is a really heavy book, like it's really weighty. It's only 300 pages, like I don't know what's so heavy about it. I should see the paper, like this is way heavier than this book. Anyway, it is Stilllhouse Lake. So this is about, so a woman, she has found out that her husband was a serial killer. The husband has gone away and she has moved house and tried to change her identity and the identity of her children to protect them, but it becomes clear that when they set up a new life at Stilllhouse Lake, someone has discovered their secret and they start getting letters that are taunting this family, and it sounded really good and I really want to read this. It's probably going to be one of my next reads. It's going to turn into a bit of an unboxing. The next book that I picked up was also from online. It came from Book Depository, I believe, and that is For Better and Worse. I picked this up because it was on sale. It came out to about $6 including shipping, and this is the story about two people, Natalie and Will, who bond over drinks and dinner and wonder whether they could get away with murder. Now they're married, they're going to put the latter to the test when the community places their son at jeopardy. So Natalie is a defense attorney, so she is working to keep their family safe after they have killed someone, I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Ooh. Okay. I have another one from Kmart here. And this is, I just bought one book. 6 Minutes by Petronella McGovern. Yellow again. And okay, so a woman dashes to the shop to get some biscuits and she leaves her daughter at the playgroup with other mums. But 6 minutes later, Bella is gone. 6 minutes seems to be a thing. And police and media descend on this little village in Canberra trying to figure out what has happened to this little girl. And there is a big investigation. And then the mother starts to get haunting texts. Again, it's an Australian thriller set in Canberra, which is our nation's capital. I don't think I've ever read anything set in Canberra, but I will give it a go. Next one I got was from Book Depository. Oh, I remember, if you watched when I was building my bookcases, I got this. and this book I have been waiting on for ages, and it is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I don't even want to read what this one is about because I've just heard so many good things and I've forgotten those things, and I just want to go into this book surprised. I don't want to know anything, so I'm not going to talk about it. Next couple are from Amazon. I got Before We Were Yours. I've wanted this for ages as well. And this is by Lisa Wingate. Oh, it's so pretty. And this is a historical fiction about a family living on the Mississippi River. Again, I really don't want to know too much about this book because I've wanted to read it for so long and I can't remember, and yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, wow, this one's really heavy as well, like just so weighty compared to like, it is heavier than the hardback. Oh yeah, it's about the same weight as 2 hardbacks. What sort of, yeah, the paper's really thick. Anyway, so this is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I bought this on recommendation. So it's about a girl who is taken in by a man. The blurb is really quite confusing, but I'll just read the highlights. So Jordan, he took me in where I had nowhere else to go. I have to stop this before it can happen. Pike, I took her in because I thought I was helping. Unfortunately, they just both moved into my house at the same time. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll see. And the last one that I picked up, I think, I'm surrounded by bags. I will show you in a second. The last one I picked up is Verity. I've wanted this since the start of the year, but I wasn't able to get it anywhere. It's finally been able to get it from Amazon, and this is like a marriage thriller. So a writer has been injured and she is now a paraplegic, I believe, and so another woman is brought in to finish her books, and there's something weird going on between the woman that's injured, the writer, and their husband. Okay, and I don't really want to read too much more about this one as well because I'm really excited to read it. I've heard so many good things. If you want to know more, just look it up on Goodreads, look it up on YouTube, on BookTube. Someone will talk about it and I will go through it more once I've read it. I just don't want to spoil it. Okay, so let's count how many books I have in total. Okay, so in this part of the haul, I have 22 books. In my last part of the haul, I had 18 books. So 22 plus 18, 40, 32, yeah, 40 books. Plus I already had another July haul. Fudge. Oh crap, and that's not even considering like I've got another stack here, starting another thrift store haul. I need to stop buying books. This is ridiculous. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. Hi guys, just quickly, I literally just signed off and did my sign out, but I realized I have one more book and it is called The Stolen Wife by Diane Chamberlain. Actually, I have 2 more books. The Stolen Marriage by Diane Chamberlain. It is set in 1944. A woman breaks off her engagement to love of her life and marries a mysterious stranger and moves to North Carolina. Anyway, I'm not even going to go through these ones. I bought The Stolen Marriage by Diane Chamberlain and also The Escape Artist by Diane Chamberlain. So that brings me up to 42 books. Whew. Okay, I'm actually going now. Bye. Please like and subscribe so I can... Oh God. Like, I'm just regretting my life right now. I don't even want to think about how much money I've spent. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you so much for liking my video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you've read any of these books. Comment below if you would like me to do an in-depth review of any of these books, and I look forward to hearing from you all. I will see you all next time. Bye.